I just quit my job, sold and donated almost everything I own, built a homemade off-grid tiny house on wheels, and drove across the country in search of raw land to pursue a debt and stress-free lifestyle. Not long ago, I decided to document and share the process in hopes to help, inspire, or simply entertain someone. Doing my best to share my realistic experience of this life-changing, purposeful journey. With little money and a decent work ethic, I'm determined to carve out a life worth fighting for. Oh, right in the eye. Oh. Haven't done a maintenance on this in a coon's age, actually, so we all know what happened last time I did this. If I'm being honest, I haven't done an oil change on this thing in a while, so long that it actually gave me the low oil code. That's never good. Make sure she rips this time before we close her up. Gotta keep your backups tip-top notch. Bluetti was generous enough to send us Big Dog Daddy 350 watt portable solar panels. It's a big day. It's a beautiful day. This actually isn't as heavy as I thought it would be. Look at that beauty. The Apex 300. So everybody's got a different situation off-grid, how much electricity they use. Me, I do YouTube for income, or at least try to. I'm consuming a little too much power than I actually want to, but for to make a living out here, I got to do YouTube. And to do YouTube, I have to use the Starlink quite a bit. Usually not with editing, but uploading takes forever out here. I got a lot of trees. And I got all kinds of camera stuff and devices I got to have charged up, ready to go for the next day. So I found myself using the generator a little bit, especially on the weekends when I'm uploading, because it takes me like 8 hours to upload a 40-minute video or something, 10 hours. So we'll see how this old girl does. And real quick, if anyone wants to know the statistics on this unit, it's pushing 2,800 watts an hour battery capacity, 3,900 watts continuous output, 7,700 watts power lifting capability for high demands, up to 2,400 watts solar input max. It's almost up to 300 now, pretty solid. So they have the 350s and the 200s. That is awesome. With these, the Apex 300 compared to the Elite 300 I was using, this one you can actually add batteries, storage batteries onto it, link them together, and you have a ton of storage. I think this setup is going to be the dream team. I think for right now we're going to get her in the old tiny house and get her sitting pretty, hook some stuff up, see what the power draws are real quick. Perfect fit, look at that. So I think basically what I'm going to do with this setup is I have my old battery there, the new Bluetti Elite 300 out here, and the Big Dog Daddy back here. I'm going to leave this one in here, hook up the fridge, fan, Starlink, everything that powers this camper to this guy. So that way I can pop this Elite 300 out, charge it up with the solar panels even faster than before. This will power this and then power this, so it'll charge up all these batteries. This guy's got silent, auto, and turbo charging mode, which is nice. AC, eco mode. Can switch between 120 and 240 volt. It's got 4 20 amp, 120 volt outlets, almost 2000 watt. And then the 240 volt is on the side, along with the DC input. And she's also got all the ports here for expansion batteries and your 120 in. All right, let's kick this fridge on. Fan, high speed. And I also have the laptop charging, camera stuff charging, Starlink's going. Yeah, all this that I have set up now is nothing compared to what this thing can actually do, so we'll put her to the test in the future for sure. They also got this awesome app you could download on your phone, so you can connect right to the Apex 300. You can check your input, output, battery percentage, all kinds of stuff. I feel like I'm moving up in the world. So Bluetti is sponsoring this video, and thank you Bluetti for helping a brother out and believing in us over here. Absolute game changer. And nothing against Starlink either, that thing's amazing. Shout out to Elon. All right, folks, we're leveled up, squared up, ready to giddy up. So I kind of just spent some time. I have about 1.125" pressure treated boards I picked up at a local lumber place. They actually hooked it up and just gave me. They had some scrap 3/4 pressure treated plywood and 1/2 inch. So I was able to kind of use that. I had 3 different sizes to kind of level everything off the rest of the way, because doing it with stone is tough. I know I just got them close. I kind of wanted to speed things up a little bit. I got a pretty good deal on the pressure treated stuff, but I did end up going a little higher than I thought I was going to go, because this behemoth of a rock pillar, it was a little higher than I anticipated. I kind of just sent it on this one. It's the first one I did, but it's all right. We're building a cabin in the wilderness the way we want to do it. So I was just double checking it. It is level. See how I only used pretty much one deck board there, as opposed to down yonder. This is kind of downhill a bit, but that's 5 3/4 worth of pressure treated stuff. Final height from the ground up to the bottom of my logs, it's a little over 2 feet, so that's really nice. That's really good for water splashing up, even though there's going to be overhangs and all that. The farther you are, the better. I'm also surrounded by deer and turkey right now. And because I show my screw ups, the only issue I had was this log was a little bit notched up a little bit for some reason when I split these. So it's got full contact here. I just kind of shimmed it a little bit there. That and this square pillar is a little bit off. It's a little out of square, but it's square from corner to corner. But as far as, it's just a little bit off. You probably won't even notice it, but hey guys, over here. I'm way over here. Also, after a little bit of research, I've been doing a ton of research sitting on my can this week, trying to figure out exactly kind of a rough plan. I know I asked you guys if we should use these, but I just can't. If I'm going to saddle notch it, there's no way I could do that 6-inch in diameter over the sill log we got. So I have to cut them. We can do the front porch later. We're going to have a full extension roof, so you guys will see. Give her the old choppity chop chop. Log on log action. I'm excited. Oh, that looks beautiful. Cool. That's really high up. Kind of freaking out. Always wanted to do this. There's barely any bend. think this is what you call the fun part. Can't make this up, I swear. Guys, this whole thing popped apart when I was trying to adjust it. Spring just went flying. It's my worst nightmare on the job site. After all the years of changing gas valves and working with stuff with springs in them, I swear this is the first time I've ever lost one. If there's any HVAC guys watching, you know what I'm talking about. Little update, guys. I didn't find it. It's somewhere down there. I probably could if I spent 20,000 years looking for it, but you don't even need it. I think it's just it just makes it easier to adjust it. It pops out a little bit instead of, it still works fine without it, so thank God for that. So I got this Veritas made in Canada. It's pretty quality, not too expensive for the common working man. It's actually really nice, I think. So I spent some time watching YouTube videos, and I really, a lot of people make it way more complicated than it has to be. It seems like it's never really explained the right way. But what I'm getting is what you saw me do before with the, you basically need a board that's level and plumb. So you got to check it both ways, because both of your levels here is there's two bubbles in here that are measuring level and plumb. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to measure my biggest gap, or whatever I want to bring the log down to. You basically set the top of your pen to your pencil what the measurement you want for your gap. Then you lock it in. Lock that in this way. These are both tight. So it's a little more time consuming. You got to re-level your bubbles every single time you change your distance, is what I'm seeing. I know you're supposed to hold these at a 45-degree angle from the log apparently. And I'm just going to try to keep things as simple as I can. You probably can use an old school compass level, but I wanted to get something kind of decent. Just because you watch all those videos and you're like, man, I want to try that. And so I don't royally screw myself. You can always cut more wood out. You can't put wood back in the log. So if anything, we'll make our first rough scribe cut and then go from there. I might have to do it twice. So forgot to turn the camera on, folks, but there's a little hole in the end of this. I didn't even see that. So before I cut anything in the future, I'll have to double check. But I basically stuck a stick in that hole, measured it with my thumb. It was about 2 inches. The rot went in. It wasn't even rot, it was just a little hole. But it's solid here. I'm not going to get anything done if I keep showing you guys stuff. I basically got these log cleats. I spoke to an old school home builder. I was trying to actually get some used tools off him, but he gave me some words of wisdom. He said, well, by the time you're done building a log cabin, you'll know how to build one. So he's right, but he actually uses these cleats instead of log dogs. I think you can call them log dogs anyway. I might still need to get a log dog, but you basically wedge them in there like that, so you could still, then you could tap them in so they stick into the log. So you can still rotate the log, get it to where you want. I think you can also flip them around and spike them into it so it doesn't move. I also want the crown, you know, wherever it bows, I want it facing out. I don't want it facing up or down. All right, so right off the bat, one thing I changed, this pencil was facing kind of downwards. So I faced it upwards, that way I can get the underneath part of the log, not have to trace them together and guess. Oh, here goes nothing. First log cut on the log cabin. I am going to make the old wooden hammer, but this piece of soft maple should do for right now. You guys want to see what a rookie looks like? This is it right here. First time ever doing this. Hooey! It's a lot of work, actually. Respect to the woodworkers out there that do it all by hand. I do have to touch this one up. That chisel I was using, though, actually wasn't that bad for a cheap chisel. Probably doesn't hold an edge too well. But just because it's getting late, I spent a lot of time researching and standing there thinking, scratching my head about what I'm going to do. Sometimes in life, you just got to do it to learn it. It's just a matter of jumping in. You can watch all the videos and read as much as you can, but nothing's better than doing it yourself. Might touch it up tomorrow. Let's roll it over, see what the heck it looks like. Yeah, this one definitely needs some love. Let's let her down easy, shall we? Pretty solid, not bad for my first whirl. Definitely got to touch her up. Same with this one. You can't see it on the camera, but there's a little bit of stuff in the middle I got to shave off so it can drop fully. You kind of almost just got to go with it and say, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm really liking the looks of this, actually. I think I got cabin fever and it's only been one log. It's probably 6 or 7 o'clock. Let's go get some food, shower up.
It was good to be back in the wilderness again, where everything seems at peace. I was alone, just me and the animals. It was a great feeling, free once more to plan and do as I pleased.
Anyway, Drew, what are we doing today? What's on the docket, Johnny? What's on the old docket? Log cabin, guys, come on. It's obvious. I'm basically just searching for the biggest 18-footer I've got in diameter. Got some big dogs in here, let me tell you, for a skinny guy like me. So this guy right in front of the camera is a good contender. This guy is Lumpy Adams. Yeah, so we got quite a few 10-inchers that go down to 7.5, which isn't horrible actually for harvesting your own timber. Anyway, let's edit all that out. It's almost mid-morning, but it's pretty much morning still. It's freaking hot out, I know that. A lot of time went into research this week and getting supplies. But if we can get these two logs first saddle notched up here and saddled on and ready to ride, then I'd be happy. It's freaking Lincoln Log City out here. Good enough for me. There we go. When I was in the trade, hanging duct work or working on new construction or doing service calls, whatever it is, I'd always be organized with tools on my belt and make my job easier. But out here, I kind of just been flying by the seat of my pants, really. It's one messy job site, I can tell you that much. Embarrassing. Sasquatch. Is that you? Squirrel? Making an awful lot of noise for a squirrel. I'm gonna swap out the full chisel chain for the micro mic, just because I want to give it a whirl. All right, let's give her. Hopefully not screw it up. did order a kind of all-around axe. I couldn't afford, you know, getting axes for specific things, you know, ones with broader heads, bearded axe, stuff for hewing and all that. So I just got a, you'll see it, but it's a just a Scandinavian forest axe, pretty sure, but a couple $100. But it apparently it bites softwoods pretty well. I think I can hew with it, we'll see. So it's going to be kind of a universal axe. Rough cut fit. Let's see how she goes here. Well, that is a tight fit. Holy cow. So that side actually came out really nice. I got this huge knot underneath the side. I don't know if you could see it, but these two sides are stuck on the knot. So I got to widen this in order to drop that, get rid of that gap. Pretty sure this is too big for these guys. It's the only one they had, and it's for like massive logs. Worked good with that white pine we cut down, but I'm going to be flipping these back and forth so much I got to get a smaller one. Oh, it's so much better. I was worried for a second. Looks way better though. That's the front one here. It looks pretty good. So this is super exciting. We got the bottom layer logs on. We're gonna hammer down next week, see what we can get done. So appreciate y'all watching. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for all the support and nice comments and everything. And we'll see what we can get done next week. So till then, never give up. I'll see you guys soon.